everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please, if you are new, remember to subscribe, like and comment. So today's question is, using the data given below, build up a unit rate for BRC mesh A142 including laps, bends, tying wires and distant blocks. The data that we are given, the cost of BRC A142 will be 90 shillings per meter square. Tying wires 0.1 kg per meter square, sold at 60 shillings per kg. Distant blocks 4 number per meter square, sold at 5 shillings. Skilled labor is 100 shillings per hour and skilled labor is 50 shillings per hour. Then the materials that we will have here are the three materials, which are the BRC, the tying wires and the distance blocks. Those are the materials that are used when you want to lay BRC. Then you add the labor for the work. Okay, so we begin by costing for BRC. The dimensions for a BRC, one roll of a BRC is 2 meters by 45 meters. Yeah. So when you want to get the area of that BRC, you take 2 meters by 45 meters, just length by width, which will be 90 meters square. Then we've been told in our data above that BRC is 90 shillings per square meters. Yeah. So you take 90 by that area, which is 2 by 45, to get the cost of BRC, which will be 8,100 shillings. Then you proceed to tying wires. Tying wires, we've been told that 0.1 kg per meter square, sold at 60 shillings. So 0.1 kgs will be used to tie 1 square meters of BRC. So you just, when you want to cost for it, you just take that 0.1, then you multiply by that area, then you multiply it by the cost of the tying wires, which is 60 shillings. You'll get 540 shillings. Then the distance blocks, we've also been told that in 1 meter square you'll use 4 number distance blocks, but distance blocks are sold at 500 shillings each. You'll then cost it as 4 number per 1 meter square, then times the area of that BRC, which is 2 times 45. Then you multiply by the cost of the distant blocks, 1 distant block, which is 5 shillings. You'll get the amount that will be used to purchase distant blocks will be 1,800 shillings. So those are the 3 materials that we have. Then after that, you then allow for waste. So remember, we had discussed various types of waste. For this, when you are fixing BRC, at one given point, you'll have to cut the BRC so that it can fit for you the area that you want it to be laid in. So you must cater for the cutting waste and the laps. The laps are the end laps and the side laps. So allowance for cutting waste and side and end laps will be 10% of the totals, which was 10,440. 10% of that will be 1,044 shillings. Then the total after the allowance will be 11,484. Yeah, 11,484 shillings. Then that is the end of materials. Then you proceed to labor. Labor, we have a factor here. 1 skilled laborer plus 1 unskilled laborer can lay 40 square meters of BRC in 1 hour. Yeah, that is a standard. It is fixed. So you'll then say that the area that we have that we should work on is 90 square meters, but 1 skilled plus 1 unskilled can lay 40 meters square in 1 hour. Yeah. So and 1 skilled, we were told that 1 skilled one skilled is paid 100 shillings per hour, one unskilled is paid 50 shillings per hour. So that is a total of 150 shillings. So when you want to work on that 90 square meters, you will take that 40, you multiply it by 2, yeah, that is 2 hours, yeah, it will be 80 square meters. Because 80 is closer to 90, you try 120, which is 40, you multiply by 3 hours, 3 working hours, it will be 120. 120 is above 90, and if you use 120, you will cost for something that you will not work on, so that will be a waste. So you are allowed to cost for something which is below but close to the area that we are to work on. Then the 10 meter square which is remaining, you consider it under laps and under side laps and the end laps. So you'll then, to get the value for labor, you'll take 150, which is for skilled and the unskilled, then you multiply by 80 square meters, yeah, you will get 12,000. So that is the amount for labor. After that, you will get the total labor plus material, which will be 11,484 plus 12,000 will be 23,484. Then you add profits and overheads, which is 25%. 25% of that will be 5,871 shillings. Then the total will be 29,355. So that is the total for the 90 square meters. But our rates we are giving in 1 square meter. So you divide that by 90, you will get 326. So when you are costing for BRC, when you want to bill for BRC, the rate that you will use for your BRC A142 BRC mesh will be 326 and 20 cents. Yeah, so that is how you can calculate for BRC. It is just as simple as that. Yeah, you just follow each and every step. It is not that difficult. Yeah, you follow each and every step and you will be okay. Thank you so much for watching this video, and may God bless you.